All right, so quiz 19 study guide. Problem number 1. A model is made of a car. All right, pay attention to this problem, please. The car is 9 feet long. The model is 6 inches long. What is the ratio of length of car to length of model? So car to model. We're going car to model is equal to, we got a dimension in feet and we have a dimension in inches. When you list a ratio, your ratio needs to be in whole numbers. So 6 inches is half of a foot. So we're going to put our dimensions in inches. So the model is 6 inches long. The car is 9 times 12. There's 12 inches in a foot, and this car is 9 feet long. So we're going 9 times 12. 108. So our ratio is 108 to 6. So the first thing I'm going to do, since these are both even, I know that they can be simplified. But I'm going to divide the 6 into 108 first just to see if it works. And it does. It goes evenly 18 times. So this ratio is 18 to 1. Right? Convert the feet to inches, write your ratio, and then simplify your ratio. All right? Whatever they ask first, car to model. Car to model. Car goes in the numerator, model goes in the denominator. And problem number 2 says the length of a rectangle is 7.5 inches. The width is 3 1/4 inches. What is the ratio using whole numbers of length to width? So length to width is equal to 7.5 is the same as 7.5. 3 1/4 is the same as 3.25. We need to multiply the numerator and the denominator by the same number until they're both whole numbers. All right, we need to multiply the numerator and the denominator by the same number until they're both whole numbers. Well, if I multiply by 2, 7.5 times 2 is 15. 3.25 times 2 is 6.5. Still don't have whole numbers, right? So what does this 0.25 need to be multiplied to make it a whole number? How many quarters are in a dollar? 4. So isn't 4 quarters equal to 1 whole? And 7.5 times 4, that's equal to 30. There's a whole number. And our 3.25 times 4 is equal to 13. So our ratio length to width is equal to 30 over 13, or 30 to 13. This fraction is in simplest form. There's no factors of 30 or 13 that go into both evenly. So there's your ratio, length to width, in whole numbers. All right, problem number 3. Red and gray bricks were used to build a decorative wall. The number of red to gray was 5 to 2. Red to gray is 5 to 2. There were 175 bricks used in all. How many red were used? So watch. We're going to take 5x plus 2x, set it equal to 175. Solve for x. 175 divided by 7. It's 25. So our x is equal to 25. Our x is called a multiplier. Red bricks are in the numerator, right? So red is equal to 5 times 25, which is 125. Gray, if they asked for gray, would be equal to 2 times the 25, which would be 50. Problem number 4, the measure of 2 complementary. Anybody remember what complementary means? Sums 90. The measure of 2 complementary angles are in the ratio 1 to 4. What are the degree measures of the 2 angles? So again, we go 1x plus 4x equals 90. 5x equals 90 divided by 5. The x is our multiplier. So x equals 18. So what are the 2 angles? One of the angles, we'll call it angle 1, is equal to 18 times 1, which is 18. Angle 2 is equal to 18 times 4, which is 72. So there's your 2 angle measures. Problem number 5, the ratio of length to width. Length to width in a rectangle is 3 to 1. If the perimeter is 128, what is the length of the rectangle? All right. If you'd like, you can draw a picture. Here's our width. Here's our length. Remember, there's 2 widths and there's 2 lengths. So length to width equals 3 to 1. If we crisscross multiply, right? L times 1 is L, and 3 times W is 3W. So our length is equal to 3 times the width. So now look, this width is a W, this width is a W. This length up top is equal to 3Ws. So replace it with 3W. Same with the other length. So perimeter is the distance around the shape is equal to 128. So we've got 1W plus 3W plus 1W plus 3W. That's 8W. 8Ws equal 128. Divide by 8. And our width is equal to 16. What is the length? Well, our length is equal to 3 times the width. So our length equals 3 times 16, which is 48. Problem number 6. Salsa recipe uses green pepper, onion, and tomato in the extended ratio 1 to 3 to 9. How many cups of onion are needed to make 117 cups of salsa? We take 1x plus 3x plus 9x. We set it equal to 117. Again, the x is our multiplier. So 1 plus 3 is 4, plus 9 is 13. X is equal to 117. (117) divided by 13 is 9. Our x is equal to 9. Our x is our multiplier. All right? So we're going to take one of these values in this extended ratio and multiply it by 9. So the 1 represents the green pepper because it's listed first. The 3 represents the onion. And the 9 represents the tomatoes. So how many cups of onion are needed? We're going to multiply the 9 by which number in the ratio? The 3. So we go onion is equal to 3 times 9, which is 27 cups. All right, moving right along. Problem number 7. The measures of the angles in a triangle. 3 to 5 to 7. What is the measure of the smallest angle? Again, we're going to find a multiplier. We're going to take 3x plus 5x plus 7x and set it equal to, what are the measures of the angles of a triangle add up to? So 15x equals 180. Solve for x. X equals 12. If x is equal to 12 and we need the smallest angle, we multiply it by the smallest number in the ratio. So the smallest angle is equal to 3 times 12. 36 degrees. What would you multiply by if they wanted the largest angle? Right, if they asked for the largest angle, you would do 7 times 12. All right, problem number 8. What is the solution of each proportion? We're just going to crisscross multiply. So 18a is equal to 6 times 27, which is 162. Divide each side by 18. And our a is equal to 9. In problem number 9, we're going to crisscross multiply again. 9 times m is 9m. 7 times 27, 189. divide by 9, and our m is equal to 21. All right, number 10. Given the proportion A over B equals 8 over 15, what ratio completes the equivalent proportion A over 8 equals blank over blank? All right, if A over B equals 8 over 15, doesn't A times 15, which is 15A, equal 8 times B, which is 8B? Everybody sees that, right? So look, if 15A has to equal 8B, then A times something, so blank times A has to equal 8 times something, right? So what goes in front of the A? What does the A have to get multiplied to be equivalent to this? It's almost one of them questions that's too easy. What do you multiply A by if you need 15A? 15. So the A needs to be multiplied by 15, so it goes here in the denominator. What do you need to multiply 8 by if you need it to equal 8B? B. So 8 times B equals 8B. So there is your equivalent proportion. All right, any questions on that study guide? All right, then you have the rest of the period to complete your electronic assignments or work in the ALEKS app. All right, quiz tomorrow, and then Friday you'll have more class time to either finish the quiz, submit assignments, or work in the ALEKS app.